Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Ink and Overalls. I'm Dedra and I'm so glad you decided to join me today. Guys, I know your time is valuable. I know we've all got busy lives. And so please know that if you've liked, shared, subscribed, watched, anything you've done, it matters. I appreciate it. And it's very vital for the success of this podcast. So I just really appreciate you. So all that said, we're going to jump in, and today's episode is going to be about seeds. I'm going to start probably a 3-part type thing because I want to equip you guys. If you want to start your own seeds for your garden, I want you to feel comfortable and ready and confident to do that when the spring comes. And so I know it seems a little early to be thinking about these things, but honestly, this is the time of year. This is the time of year that we need to start thinking about it. We need to start getting ready and getting excited. So today we're going to talk about choosing seeds for your garden. Now we're quickly coming upon the time of year where lots of seed companies are going to be sending out their beautiful seed catalogs. What is a seed catalog? It's exactly what it sounds like. It is a book that you can hold in your hands that is sent out by a seed company that's going to have pictures of most of sometimes it's all the varieties they offer. Sometimes it's their most popular and their newest, just different things. But it's going to be sent to you in the mail. They send them out for free usually. And it's so fun to sit down with a actual hard copy of something to look at. It's just more fun than looking on the website, guys. It's just sitting and curling up underneath the blanket on a cold winter night and start thinking about all the beautiful bounty of spring and the excitement of gardening. And it's just fun. So usually the sun sets on Christmas Day for me and I'm already in full spring garden planning mode. I switch immediately and I'm ready to go. I want to start making my list. I want to start going through my seed inventory and seeing what I need to order more of or what I have available already. And I just want to get started because that excitement, especially whenever those days seem so it seems like the darkness is just so everywhere in the winter and you're tired and you're tired of it and you're ready for some sunshine and you want to get your hands in the dirt. The next best thing is to start planting. And so planting the garden is a lifeline for me in the darkness of winter, and I know it may be for you too. So whether you are just starting, this is going to be your first year to garden, or you are a seasoned gardener, just know that it's not too early to start getting excited because we're fixing to start getting these catalogs in the mail. And later in the episode, I'm going to give you an example of some places that you can go online and you can sign up for these seed catalogs to come to you, so you'll be able to look through them and get your list started. You're knocking the camera. If you can't be still, you're going to have to go in there. Okay? All right. I don't even remember what I was talking about.
You talk about seeds.
I know that. All right. So the advantages of seed starting versus buying starts. Now, starting seeds is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to get a packet of seeds from either a store or from a catalog or whatever you do. And you're going to start those by either putting them directly into the ground, which you can with some varieties. You just literally you'll make, a hole or a little trench, however they want to be planted, and you'll plant them directly in the garden, and that's where they'll do all their growing. And then there are also lots of seeds, in which for me, honestly, most of seeds, because I don't have that much success direct sowing in my garden. I think I've got some little critters in my beds that like to eat the seeds. So I end up starting most everything in seed start trays, and that's just those little cells that you see when you normally buy a plant from a nursery or a big box store. They're usually in those little cells, and that's what you use to start your seeds. You'll either get seed starting mix, or you'll get a real fine potting soil and start your seeds in there and begin the process of growing them, nurturing them through the next 4, 6, 8 weeks, however long, depending on what kind of plant it is, until they need to go in the ground. And so that's what I mean when I say seed starting. And of course, buying starts, that means you're going to go to a nursery, a farm stand, a big box store, and purchase the plant that's already been started for you and is ready to go in your garden. So the advantages of seed starting, in my opinion, number one is more variety. You have so many options that you probably don't, if you're not familiar with any of these companies that I'm going to mention, or you've never really looked into ordering seeds before, you probably just know the tip of the iceberg of the types of varieties that you have access to through these companies. It's incredible. Anything you want to like try to grow for like a little $3-4 seed packet, you can get it and have the option to try to grow like this awesome tomato or this beautiful eggplant or whatever. And you get that, you really get that advantage from starting seeds, because at a big box store, wherever you're going to buy your starts from, you have pretty much what options they lay out in front of you, and that's it. Also, you have more control over the entire process. You're not going to be held back if a certain store is out of stock or they don't carry a variety that you like. You have all of that at your fingertips. It's all kind of in the ball's in your court when it comes to all that kind of stuff. Also, it's fun. It's so much fun to start a seed, put it in dirt, and come back, depending on what kind of seed it is, sometimes as early as just a couple of days later, and actually see growth happening, to see like a little sprout come up, and then to see it get its true leaves, and to nurture it through that whole process. And another thing, guys, that is such a bonus, in my opinion, to starting seeds is the fact that you get a head start on gardening season. So whenever you're like so sick of the dark and you're so sick of those cold days and everything's muddy or everything's covered in snow or whatever, wherever you live, you have the opportunity, before you can really take it out and like get your hands dirty in your garden, you can start seeds indoors and be growing something, like I said, like 6 weeks before your last frost. Usually you want to start most of them like 4, 6, 8 weeks, depending on what it is, before your last frost is predicted. And so that means you're going to still have, lots of cold nights ahead, but you can be starting seeds. You can be growing something. And that is really cool. And also, caveat, don't be thinking that you need a light setup, that you have to have a greenhouse to do this. You need one or the other. But it doesn't have to look the way that you think it does. It doesn't have to be complicated. We can simplify this process and you can do it. Just trust me and just don't close off the idea of doing it because you think it's too intimidating. There is absolutely nothing wrong with buying if you want to buy all your starts from the store and go put them in your garden, that's completely fine. That does not make you a bad gardener. That's why they're there. They're because people buy them and they need them and they put them in their gardens. They're there for a reason. Okay. So there's no shame in that, but know your why. Don't not start your own seeds because you're afraid to try. Okay. Because chances are it's not as hard as you think it is. And I can help you simplify the process. We're going to walk through it and you're going to be able to do it. Okay. With little to no stress. It's going to be fine. Sorry, I got somebody walking out there. I know what was going on. Okay. So just don't decide not to start because you're afraid to try, because we're going to walk through the process. Okay. Now, when to order your seeds. It is really never too early to order your seeds for the next garden season, because we're right upon the time of year when you're going to want to do that. I encourage you to sign up for these seed catalogs, and as they start coming in, make your list, to tag your pages, things like that. And when you feel like you have a good idea and you're ready to go for it and order your seeds, All right. So the next question is where to order. Now I'm going to give you a list of like 5 of my favorite companies that I have used, that I like, that I know are reliable. It is in no way an exhaustive list. Y'all, there are so many out there. There are small seed companies. There are big ones. There are like just lots of places that you have options to buy from. But please don't order seeds from like Amazon or somewhere like that that's not reliable, some off the wall place. It's not worth it. Don't waste your money on that. There's too many reputable places, too many good places that you can have a good experience, you can get good germination rates from, and it's just worth your money to spend it where you can rely on what you're getting. Okay. So a few of those places are, number 1 is obviously going to be Baker Creek Seeds. If you are in the homesteading community at all, if you've ever ordered seeds from anywhere, you've probably heard of Baker Creek or you've seen an advertisement for them. It's a huge company. They do mostly heirloom seeds, and they're incredible at what they do. And they produce a beautiful catalog every year that they send out. Their free catalog is usually about this big, looks like this, and it has all kinds of information in it. I will have all of these URLs linked below so that you can actually go and find the websites. But yeah, that first one is going to be Baker Creek Seeds. Southern Exposure Seed Exchange is another. And I've personally been able to find a couple of varieties from there that grow well in my area in South Mississippi that I've not been able to find elsewhere. It's a company in Virginia. And both, I'll go ahead and say Baker Creek and Southern Exposure, both I know have places on their website to request a catalog so that you can get their newest catalog when they start sending them out here in the next several weeks. Okay. So Botanical Interest is the other company I'm going to talk about. Botanical Interest is so great. They send out these pretty boxes. That's what they send their seeds in, and I keep them and use them for everything. So they're laying around my house all over the place. But they're excellent. They have a really great variety. They do a lot of like mixture packs. So like if you don't really care to know exactly, like if things with lettuce, like lettuce and kales, I like to buy mixes because I just like to have a little general variety. I'm not really that particular about it. And so there I can buy like these bigger packets, and they have smaller ones too. But that's one thing they offer that I feel like some of these other places don't, is the opportunity to get those mixes of like greens and stuff like that are really, really interesting. And you get to try a whole bunch of different stuff in one. And they have a lot of like microgreens and stuff like that also. And then let's see, Hoss. Hoss is probably the only one that I'm listing out in this, like that I'm naming in this list, that I could not find a spot on their website to request a catalog. I think you could probably go and like make an account and put in your address, and they'll probably send you their stuff. But I couldn't find a direct, like this is specifically for a catalog. But I wanted to name Hoss because as far as seeds go, they offer a good variety, and they offer some hybrids at a good price. Hybrid seeds, okay, caveat real quick. GMO. I know that's a word everybody has heard. It's a buzzword. It stands for genetically modified organism. Lots of soybean seeds, lots of corn seeds that are used in commercial farming are GMO seeds. You are not going to accidentally procure or purchase a GMO seed from a store. Okay, not right now. That's not an issue right now that you need to be worried about. I know you'll see stores have seed packets sometime that'll say non-GMO. Well, they're letting you know that, but they're all non-GMO. Okay, that's just a marketing thing. Don't be afraid to buy seeds because you're scared of that, because it's not going to happen. Hybrid is not, that does not mean GMO. GMOs are made by certain companies for very specific reasons and sold to specific farmers. Okay, it's not something that we just have access to right now. And when I say hybrid seeds, that's just a seed. That's just two plants or more that have been cross-pollinated, crossbred for achieve a certain result. Okay. And they can be extremely vigorous, extremely productive, and they can be an extremely awesome fixture in your garden. And so that's what I mean when I say that. So Hoss, they offer, like I love Celebrity tomatoes. Celebrity tomatoes are a hybrid. They're not yet really old enough to be considered an heirloom. I think they're stabilized. I'm going to go into all that in another episode. Anyway, Hoss has lots of options of those types of seeds that maybe you've heard of before that are going to be priced at a pretty reasonable price, and I've always just gotten great results from my stuff I've ordered from Hoss. One more website that I want to be sure to mention is MI Gardener. They have got all their 2025 seeds already live on their website, and their catalog is actually a digital download, so you can go start looking right now. They've got a really nice variety, and most of their seed packets are only like $2 a piece, so extremely affordable. And the last company is Johnny Seeds. Johnny Seeds also offers a lot of hybrids, but they offer a lot of heirlooms too. They have a little bit of everything, lots of organic seed, and they offer big packs, small packs, a lot of variety, because they really cater largely to market gardeners and home gardeners who want to see lots of production in smaller spaces. And I've had wonderful luck with their seeds, and there is a place on there to request their catalogs as well. And also both Hoss and Johnny Seeds, they do sell a good amount of gardening supplies outside of seeds too. So things like trellising for like flower farms and tools, like hand tools that you can use in the garden. They sell a lot of those things too. All right. So sign up for your seed catalogs now so you can start getting them and start looking, start making your lists. And then if I didn't say it already, if I did say it, I'm sorry, but talking about when to start your seeds, what you'll need, your overview of supplies, things like that, we will talk about in coming episodes just around the corner. So we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. We're pacing ourselves a little at a time. So first, let's get these catalogs. Let's start learning about the kinds of seeds that are out there, thinking about what we want to grow in our gardens in the spring and getting excited about that. And then we're going to take baby steps, take the next step in the next episode. Okay. So while you're on all those websites, why don't you also go to inkandoveralls.com And please sign up for my newsletter. I'm getting a newsletter going. I'm super excited. I've got several people already signed up. And by the time this actually comes out, I'm hoping that the first issue of my newsletter has gone out to the people who are already signed up. My little one is standing up on a chair behind my camera, guys. He's been up there this whole episode. So if I made some faces and looked a little distracted, he's a cute one. You know, I've tried this episode a few times today. So I've been in here a minute, and he was having some mama withdrawals. So he needed to come in here. All right. So yes, like I said, sign up for the newsletter, and you can also, there's a form there. So if you want to go and you have recommendations or questions for future episodes, I would love to hear from you, because I'm always thinking and looking for different ideas to bring to you guys. And I need all the feedback, guys. So don't be afraid to sign up there and let me know what you're thinking. And yeah, I'm here on Wednesdays on YouTube at Wally Media Group at 7, and I post to audio platforms on Sundays. That's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all those things. And on the website, you can also get access to the audio there as well. And yeah, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of those. I'm Streamwater Farm across the board, that whole spiel. And yeah, y'all probably already know it if you watched before. If not, go follow me, please. I try to post reels that are informative and just different little things here and there several times a week. So I would love to have you join me over on those platforms. And I think that's it, guys. I appreciate if you've hung in with me this long. Thank you so much. I had fun talking seeds. I love seeds so much. There's so much like potential in just one little seed. It's just so fun to think about. And yeah, so until next time, I hope that you'll find the beauty wherever you are. You sign up for those seed catalogs and start making your list. Start getting excited about the spring garden. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks. I think we're done. Hard work.
Can you see my eyes dried out? Because all my tears got dried out with my skin.
Yeah, you're okay.